Hello, history man.
Hey, Hector.
Hey, it was an interesting conversation at the end. I was on, but I was getting some work done before I came back on, and that was an interesting word he used for socialism. You know, and when he, when he was equating it with Obama, and yeah, I was against the Medicare for all, mainly because I spent 20 years and my wife spent 22 years getting her medical. And we know exactly what we're going to get. But I don't think Obama was trying to go for socialism. I think now, because of the pandemic, how many people are not covered, for one. Two, even the test is not covered by individual insurances. And three, had the people been all tested,
right,
and also the other thing too is we're not up to the medical standards we thought our country was having, and we're really short, and it mostly affects the Latino and Black community. And I always heard these arguments and why we shouldn't go to socialism. And socialism isn't like Russia. Even Russia isn't socialistic anymore.
Right. I mean, Russia's, Russia and the Soviet Union was completely different compared to compared to Venezuela and stuff.
But here's the crux of the whole thing. Even though I don't totally believe the one way or another, but when you have 17 agencies of the intelligence agencies of the United States, say certain things happened between Russia, Putin, and the United States election, and then you have a president who says that mail-in ballots would be dangerous to the democracy because there'll be fraudulent issues coming up. Mm-hmm. And I kind of weigh the things that both sides say. Remember, history only tells the truth until after it happens. And then even then, they try to cover up the bad with the good.
Right.
Sometimes you have to dig through. And Kevin's right. Kevin says history will tell you exactly how things were, weren't, and will be because of the past decisions. And I really do agree with that.
That's what it's for. Yeah.
Yeah. And I can keep going on. And this is because of me being a doubting Thomas,
Well, you're all right. You're good.
Yeah. So when he said that, I wish I was on there. I would have given a different perspective, where if it wasn't for, even pensions are called socialistic ideas. The Social Security, veterans pension,
all that stuff.
Yeah, all the things that are earned benefits that were in my day when I first started working was a given. It was just, pension was there, no 401k tied to a stock market, because you could lose. Pensions were guaranteed income when you grow old. Social Security was there as a supplement to your retirement. Yeah, there wasn't supposed to be retiring on. And I remember my dad being a union member. I went through, retail clerks, Teamsters, teachers union. Even the word union is a bad word in the taste of most companies because they can't predict the growth over 3 years of what expenditure is going to be. And that's one of the reasons why most companies do not like unions, because one, it's predicted growth without knowing what the wages will be. And it's all protection for the worker too. I'll give you an example. During the 1920s and 30s, there were a lot of miners' strikes in Pennsylvania and Appalachia. And sometimes the word is diffused to make it a different connotation of what it sounds like. So in other words, when you hear the word redneck, what do you think that means?
Well, what a lot of people think. I mean, what a lot of people think is like hillbilly and all that type of stuff.
Well, I researched it, and I looked at the handkerchief, both Wikipedia, Britannica Encyclopedia. I looked it up in the the World Book Encyclopedia, which is an old encyclopedia. When I was in grammar school, I had that in my home, and I looked it up, and it said handkerchiefs were denoted as red-necked because a lot of the Pinkerton people and Union busters that were hired by coal mining companies.
Yeah, I think you told me this. Yep.
Yeah, would wear a red handkerchief to denote who was the good guy, what side you were on, and who was the bad guy.
Who was the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
Everyone told me this. Yeah.
Yeah, so I told that to one person and he didn't believe it. I said, well, you can look it up. You can look it up anywhere, and
yeah, you can look it up in the dictionary or Google, the Google machine. And
yeah,
it's there.
So I didn't misrepresent myself, and I said, if I'm wrong, please tell me, and I'll correct myself. I even left that as a, maybe I may have said something that was a little off or whatever, but I just made sure that he, or I should say he and she, because they turned that word into something different. The first time I ever heard the Confederate States of America was a treasonous act of decision. Dissension.
Right.
Was back when I was in college. That's the first time I ever heard that the symbols that they want to tear down history. No, we want to keep history. That's great.
Right.
But I found out that
I would same thing too. With the Confederate statues.
Yeah. So I thought,
why are you tearing it down? Like, this is a good piece of history. But when I researched what the statues are there for, and I was like, okay, yeah, now I understand why they're like tearing it down and stuff like that.
But that's like putting up a let's say Hirohito in the United States.
Yeah.
He and Yamamoto, who architected the Pearl Harbor. I'm pretty sure a lot of Americans who were on the families of the Arizona, they would be very upset.
They'll be very offended.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. Like, I was like the same thing too when they started doing this, and I think in 2015, 16. I was like, why? Like, why? Like, I thought, like, why? I was confused. Like, why do I knock this down? I think it's a good reminder. But when I did some research, why the Confederate statues were up for, they were up for it during the 1910s and 20s, probably even before that.
Yeah, actually, I watched a documentary, not so much a documentary, but as a person that who was also African American. He was from Alabama, and he did a real good presentation about racism and how it started again back. And I don't want to quote the year because I saw it and I sent it to my son and daughter.
Right.
I should take a look at it again, but it pinpointed where the flag started, and it was one of the candidates for an elected office, and I can't remember exactly which one it was, but it was in the South.
Right.
And I remember my college professor, who was from the South, would say that was a flag of treason. The bars and stars.
The bars and stars one. They're a flag, yeah.
Yeah, and I really didn't think about it, and I wasn't really aware of, I knew there was slavery in the South. I knew there was abolished by the 13th Amendment.
Right.
I'm sorry, not the 13th Amendment. What is it?
Wait 1 second. I can't remember the top of my head. I think you got it right. I think it's the 13th Amendment. Wait 1 second. Yep, it's the 13th Amendment.
Oh, okay. And then you have the women's right. I mean, my dad even said one time, and he grew up back in the 20s and 30s, and he would tell me, why do we have to have a law to pass in order to have the same rights as someone else?
Right.
That all men are correct, are created equally. So that was pretty pretty interesting conversation you had at the end. I wish I was there to put a little input, because I feel that people should talk more. And no matter what the viewpoint is, if we don't talk about it, we can't grow.
Right. I think is that, I think like I did a rant early on. I'm not sure if you watched my older videos, about how I think we should teach more history in schools, not just history as well, but genealogy as well, to know about your family members and know your
definitely.
History. And I think genealogy should be a new subject. You know what I mean?
I found out that genealogy is being used by the criminology major like FBI, like that, where they can find a person, let's say a cousin or a distant relative, and they can follow that person back to the origin of the person and see where they got their DNA from. And they've been busting people with Ancestry.com.
Yeah. No.
Stern.
Yo.
Stern.
How's it going?
How you doing, Stern?
No, not bad.
Dimebag, come on up here too, please. It's easier to talk than it is to type.
Than the type. It really is, yeah.
That was the original reason of me coming up on panel the first time.
Well, I keep hearing that now you got 10 total people can be on the screen.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
What'd you get? Oh, shoot. What year?
It's a roll of 60 Philadelphia, but that color is insane.
Oh, you know how you can't get coin from the banks?
Yeah.
My son-in-law went to his dad's house, and he saw a big old jar of coins. So he brought it with him. And guess what? I found a 1901 Indian head.
Nice.
Plus 82 small date, large date Philadelphia's, 82D bronze and zinc. I haven't found any 82 small date these, nor the 82S proof. But I got all of them, all 7 of them, except the 8th and the 9th. Okay. Yes, Big Smoke, come on up.
So yeah, so I think that should be learned in school sector. I really think that should be a new subject.
Well, you know something? Here's the other thing too, history.
What?
They don't tell the whole shebang. They don't tell the whole story.
About history? Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. Because that's sad too. It's like when I remember, like, the Korean War, right? In 1950 to 53. I remember I heard that some history teachers, they just skip that war. That's why it's like called the Forgotten War, because very little people teach about it, or even mention it. Like, okay, we're talking about, like, for example, after World War II and the Cold War. Okay, we're done with that. Let's just skip the Korean War. We're gonna go right next to Vietnam. Like, seriously. I think you should talk the whole story for people to understand and get, because the Korean War, it was an important war too. Don't forget that.
No, yeah.
That's why Korea to this date is split. So, that's why we got a North and South Korea. So, you're probably wondering, why do we have a North and South Korea? It's right there. You gotta learn about the Korean War, right? Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. The funny thing is that my mom had a very straight opinion about Korea, because he was in Korea from 50 to 53, and then went to Vietnam from 68 to 72.
Oh wow, he has a long military service.
Yeah, he was a career master sergeant or staff sergeant. I forget what he was, but he was he worked on B-52 bombers. You know, the nuclear well, not nuclear stuff, but on the B-52 bombers that he would repair.
On the Air Force? Was he in the Air Force?
Yeah.
Oh.
20 more than 20 years, I think.
Oh shit.
1861.
Yeah,
Minted in San Francisco. And
Huh.
guess what it is? Guess what it is?
it's a Mexican coin. I just saw it.
I just saw it.
Yep.
Gosh. Well, is that copper?
No, I think this is actually steel.
Steel?
Or no, silver, sorry. Or at least some percent
because
silver.
it should mark it somewhere. It should be
Like somewhat of it, right?
right there. No, that's not it. No,
I don't know where else it would be.
it should be 720.
And I don't know what P.10D.20G means.
Here, let me look it up. I got my what year is it?
1861.
1861. Okay.
And there's two mint marks, it looks like. There's two S's here. I'm confused as shit.
1861. That was the Civil War in Mexico when the United States was in the Civil War itself. Now, what is it? A peso, a dollar, what?
I don't know. You know as much as I do. It doesn't say.
Hey, let me see it again.
Well, let's see the back and see what it is.
That's the front.
That's the front, yeah.
That's the front. Okay, so that tells you that that's the United States of Mexico.
That's all that's on this side.
You can read Spanish, right, Hector?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the Republic of Mexico.
So that's all that's on that side. And this side has 1861.
RC 1861
PV
10
D 20G.
No, that's not 20, that's 90.
Okay.
Okay, let me look it up.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. To be honest with you, Hector, I'm not really a coin expert. I mean, I know like a couple of things about coin. You know, I mean, I just like to do it. You know, I don't. I take it to my friend Bernie if he can give me information about it.
Okay.
Okay, what'd you find out?
Those are 2 reals. It's 90%. It's 90% silver. Is the edge reeded?
Huh?
Yes.
And what does it weigh? Do you know?
No, I don't know where my scale is right now, but it's not much. It's about the size of an effing penny or a dime. Probably smaller than a dime. Here's a dime.
Does it say 10 DS and then 20? Okay. It's 10 it's 10, so that's the 20 grams. That's what it is. It stands for. That's why that's why you see the 2 S's.
I absolutely believe that.
Okay, I'm looking at the coin and the picture. It looks like it says 2R, and then it has an M with a 0 above it. Where the hat is at, Libertad.
Yeah, Libertad. That's what the hat says.
The 2 reals. The M with the 0 above it is Morelos. The date is 1861, and then
I see no M.
You don't see an M on it?
Nope, nowhere do I see an M. Nowhere.
Let me see the coin again. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. RC. Oh, wait a minute. Go back to the RC. Is that a 1?
I don't know.
Let's see.
I think that looks like an eye. I mean, do you think it's an eye? Like, I don't know. 1 or an I.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to 1861 because the mint mark should be on there, and it should be an M. But you say you don't see it though?
No, there's two S's.
Yeah,
There's this S and
one.
this S.
Yeah, one is for the grams, GS. Okay, let me look. Okay, 1861. Make it the value of 1. Okay, it's still silver.
Huh?
It's still silver. That should weigh 3.38 grams.
I doubt it.
3 grams is a penny.
I know. I don't think this is as heavy as a penny.
Really?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's small. It's smaller than a dime.
Okay, this one shows 1 real, and then a RP, and then it has 1861, and then it has MC 10GS 20GS.
No, sir. No M.
No MG?
No M anywhere on this coin whatsoever.
Wow.
Except for the word Mexicanos.
That's on the front side.
Yeah, but that's the only M on this entire coin.
Okay. Is there any writing above the raise on the top side of the date of how many day?
I doubt it.
Because it's the only one I can think of right now. Let's see. 1860. But it's Republic of Mexico, and it's the right one.
Yeah, there's just no M on here at all. Like not even what I would mistake something that was an M. Like not even almost. Because there's not enough room right here for this to be an
Yeah.
M. I'm not it. So, yeah.
I don't know.
But I'm not gonna tell you right now. It's 1 real. That's a 1 in front. R.C. Yeah. Let me see the rest of the writing on that one. 1861. Okay. PV. That might make some sense there. PV. No. 1861. Wow, that is a strange coin then, because they're missing all that. In 1861, it says there's how many coins here? Let me see. 1861. There are 17 coins. Let me see if I can pull those up just by picture. Nope, 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 nope. Maybe it's a half a real.
Could be.
And it weighs 1.69 grams.
I believe. That I would actually believe.
Okay. And it's 16.8 millimeters.
Yes. I don't know what that is in relation to anything at this point.
Okay. Do you see a DOCP on it?
No.
How about GAJG?
No.
GOCH?
No.
PIRO?
No.
ZSVL?
No.
That's the only ones that are. How about CE?
No.
That is weird. Because each of those, that's the mint mark. CEDOCP GAJG.
I'm pretty sure S is the mint mark for this bad boy because I'm looking at one right here.
Oh, you have some right there. That's
That's
not.
an S. That's an S. And this is also an S over here for no apparent reason.
Oh, that's because it tells you grams. 9.90 grams.
But why would the S be so far above the G and not the same size?
Because it denotes smaller letters. Just like over here where it says OD.
10D. Dash 20.
There's a PV right there.
There's no PV. Oh yeah, PV. Yeah. That's not what you would ask. That's not what you would ask.
PV. There's no PV either.
Yeah, there's no B.
Wow. That is strange. 1861 PV. Hey, Native Warrior, how you doing? Jesse Jade, how you guys doing? Lincoln, hey, buddy, how you doing? The mint mark will be on both sides of the. Look for an M or an O above the M.
I have no M.
Anywhere.
Nope, except for the word Mexicanos.
1861.
The only M
on the cap. Hey, Jesse Jade, I'm doing well. How are you doing, sir?
It said Libertad, but that's all I can tell you it said.
Okay.
I can still see the D.
Well, it's a 1 real, I know that, or a half a real.
I didn't think Mexico did reals.
Oh yeah, from 1535 to 1820 something, because they were a Spanish colony.
Alvin, what'd you say? What about Spanish colony?
Mexico, when it was conquered, Cortez landed in Mexico in 1519 in Veracruz.
Right.
And by 1521, he had conquered most of the Aztec.
Most of the Aztecs and the I'm not.
And then the Spanish established the first mint in the Americas in 1535.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Didn't know that part, but yeah.
And each of them has a different. Like in Mexico, it was a Morelos. That was with the M with the O, and then if it came from Peru, Panama, Nicaragua, Venezuela, anything like that, they had different.
Oh wait, I have a question.
Sure.
So, New Spain, right? Mexico, modern day California, Arizona, all that, and all the way down to Chile and Argentina. Like, did they all use Spanish currency, or they just really just?
Yep, they did.
Okay, so when all those countries in the 1820s, Latin American independence, like in the 1820s, 1810s, they started to make their own coinage.
Well, Bolivar is a general that defeated the Spanish.
Right.
And Martí was another one in Cuba. And I'm not really familiar with military history with the Spanish, but they did.
I don't know about that part.
Yeah, they did. They did. Between the 1500s and the 1700s, they sent thousands and thousands of ships with all the gold and opals and whatever they could find that they found that Europeans found as valuable. Mm-hmm. They sent them. So when they had a sunken, I mean, you've heard of doubloons. That's a Spanish word. Reals, 8 reals, 2 bits, all came from the Spanish conquistadores.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yes, Lincoln. Yeah. I've been trying to buy some coins that are from the 1500s. Man, they're expensive.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
But I would say, yeah.
Right. I can get an antique item at my friend's store. Guy Harmon, a newspaper from the 1700s for
1888.
1888, 5 centavos.
Okay, let me see if I can find that. 1888. There are 6 coins minted in 1888. And it's a 5 centavo?
Yep.
Okay, 5 centavos. It's silver, 90%. 1.353 grams of weight. And it was produced from 1869 to 1897.
Tells me everything but what I want to know.
What is it you want to know?
How much it's worth?
I'm gonna send you the link and see if you can. Well, this is low ball pricing. So the price on it, you're looking at $4,218.50.
That's a bit extremely crazy.
It's not. It's well. You see, I only do this to identify it. But if you got 90% of 1 gram, 0.353, it's got to be.
I'm not looking at melt value. I'm looking at numismatic value for an 18.
Oh. Well, according to this website, you're looking anywhere from $10.92 to $17.98.
There you go. It's a quick $10 bit.
Now you see that number up on top where it says CHM?
Yeah, I know that's the mint mark for those. I know.
Yeah, that's where it was made in Chihuahua.
This one's MOM, not CO. There's no C on the front of this coin.
Oh, really? Does it say 902.7?
MOM 902.7.
Yeah. MON?
MOM.
Yeah. Morelos. Well, they only made in that year, according to this site, MOM?
Yes.
1,360,000.
Oh shit, that's pretty low mintage.
Yeah, but the rest of them are from 1888. ASL 32,000. CAM 145,000. CNM from the mint mark 119. DOC 91,000. The 1888 is pretty well, and they range from $17.98 all the way down to $4.79.
Yeah, I have this one marked at 10. Me and Sandwater went through them last night and figured out some pricing.
Was he last night? He asked me if I was on, and I answered. I said yes, and he never asked me back, so I figured he was busy.
Yeah, I did not know that. I was going through my shit, and he was going through shit that he got in the mail.
Where'd you get these coins anyway? If you don't mind me asking.
No, my grandpa.
Ah.
These were all the stuff he didn't care about.
There is a. How far are you from Arizona?
One state. Yeah, 2 states. I gotta go.
5 or 6 hours away.
No. Minimum of like 10 almost, because it takes me 4 hours to get to New Mexico, and then I have to drive through New Mexico.
Oh, because in October, it's tentatively in my mind to go see the United States / Mexico currency and coin show.
Unfortunately, in October, that's when they have the Denver Coin Expo.
Yeah,
so that's the 1 month where they have the only coin show for Denver. That's the only one. We don't have like one every other week like they do on the East Coast.
Is it on the weekend of the 10th and 12th?
Something like that. Actually, I got to look it up again. But I'm not going to have enough money to travel out to Arizona and back and then attend a coin show.
Because that would be very interesting for me to go see, because they have a lot of dealers that go from Mexico into the United States to meet with U.S. coin collectors that actually collect Mexican coin and silver. Here's an interesting fact about Mexican coins. When Pancho Villa was going around the 1910s and Revolutionary Warpath kind of situation, when he would capture federal gold, any kind of coinage, he melted down and put it in his own mint. So if you can find a federal coin, it's worth some money. Dang.
It's an 1880 Canadian half dime, basically. Because here's their dimes.
Well, that
and then here's what they call fish scales.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is this? Oh, no, this is my American. This is my half dime. This is my half dime. That's American. This is an 1899 half dime for Canada. These are sterling silver. These are 925. $1887.
When they talk about Spanish doubloons and pieces of 8, they were talking about the Spanish silver and gold they were taking from Mexico and South America.
Oh, here's a cool looking centavo.
I have the 10 one. The 10 one is really nice looking too.
Yeah, that one's nice. I like the design.
Yeah.
The Aztec-like design on it.
Have you seen the Aztec calendar in a 5-ounce round?
Yeah, I had the 1 ounce. I ended up selling it a while back.
Man, there was one guy actually had a 20-ounce. What do you call it? Calendar round, and that sucker looked really, really nice. At $19, it's about $135 coin, and then the premium on that. Oh, yeah, the '68 Olympics. The Aztecs had a game that looked like a little bit of basketball. They had a stone circle placed up, going north and south instead of horizontal. Instead of going horizontal, it went vertical. And anybody who made the ball go into the circle, you actually were honored to give up your life for the gods. Yeah, I don't know how the English do their farthings, their pennies, and stuff like that. Hester, do you know much about the coinage on that? When they changed it over?
The history of coinage, to be honest.
Farthings went from 1200 AD until 1960.
Yeah, I've heard. You got me over there. Yeah.
You know what?
Just the farthing was an uninterrupted series from the 1200s to 1960.
What year was King Henry VIII's reign?
15 or 14? I think 1530 or 1547, I believe. I gotta check.
Is there any coin image of him on a coin?
Yeah.
Look at that color.
I bet they would, yeah.
Okay.
That's really what color that is.
I know.
That green at the bottom?
I found a penny today, an 81 penny.
No, he ruled from 1509 to 1547, my bad.
Oh, okay. So did he have any coins in his image?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because there are certain people I would like to get a coin from their reign.
Yeah, me too. I would like to get something like that. They're just expensive to get. That's the issue.
Right.
But I was looking for Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth the first. The woman with the red hair.
Yeah.
Not the second. The first.
Right. The second spirit.
The first. I want to get her coinage, and then she ranged from 1558 to 1603.
Uh-huh.
And obviously, it's expensive. I couldn't get it.
Yeah, that's my issue right now. Is that the coins I want to get, I can't get because they're so expensive.
Right.
But once I retire and I got a few more bills put away.
Hector. Speaking of coins and antiques, I actually went to the antique store for my birthday the other day, and I found some pretty good treasures. Mind if I show you the treasures?
No, go ahead.
Okay, hold on. Let me put the camera on. Oh, I love those big Canadian cents. I have a bunch of those.
Oh, I don't. I only have like 2.
I got a bunch of those from George. George gave me some, and I got one from. I brought a couple from my nearest jewelry store.
I think you got attention to Dime Bag. Darren's asking what coins were the QE1.
Oh, I gotta take a look. I haven't opened that chest for a long time. I haven't went to the coin store for a very long time, so that's why I have to look. But wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Let me turn to
1 florin, 1921. Excuse me.
All right, let me show you the old stuff first, then the 70s stuff. I brought some 70s stuff.
Okay.
Okay, most of the old stuff are records. Most of the time, like 78 records, I brought most. I think I brought like 9 of them. And one was given to a friend, too.
Darren's asking those Canadian coins.
It's an 1852 halfpenny, but it was before the halfpenny was really a thing. So
Right.
It says Quebec bank token.
Oh.
On Canada or yeah, Quebec. Quebec's in Canada. I got this one, and this one is from 1919, and it's in really good shape. Nora Bayes, Snoop's Galore. This one's from 1919. Look at that one. And it played like it was. This was amazing. It played like it was recorded yesterday. This has to be my favorite one out of this lot.
Records.
Yep. I got Duke Ellington by the Rio Grande, 1938. I looked the information on the years on them when they were made on Discogs. So these are the older stuff I got. I got that. I got Rudy Vallée. I'm not sure if you guys even know.
No,
I do. Yeah.
I bet you do, Hector. I bet you do, Hector. But I'm, starting like Rudy, like you know who you don't know who you know who Rudy Vallée is, right?
Oh yeah, I do.
I mean, I know you do, Hector.
I remember him on the Beverly Hillbillies. He was on there one time.
There you go. I got the original sleeves for them. Some of them are really falling apart too.
There's a paper you can put them on, conservation paper.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy sleeves for them. They're falling apart.
And Dimebag, if you're interested in any of that Canadian I showed, let me know.
What'd you say, Stern?
I said if Daryl is into, or Darren Dimebag, if he's interested in any of that Canadian, just to let me know.
Oh, okay. Got Bing and Crosby. I don't know what year this is. I didn't look it up yet.
Well, I haven't started collecting. I just collect them in what do you call it, loosely. I haven't put them in any kind of book or nothing. But as I get enough, maybe later on I will. But
yeah, let me know. I have Canadian, Mexican, Portuguese, a lot of Portuguese.
Ooh, a Brown album.
No, this is from the 1920s. I think it's from 1926. This is a rare 78 record. A Domino record. This one's rare. These are rare to come across. I'm glad to have a Domino label. These are all 78 records, by the way. These are perfect records. So this has to be from the 1920s because this is perfect. And you can get like records as old as 1890 something for a couple of bucks. Here's the Andrews Sisters, but it's so worn. I picked out of my favorite singers and artists, but it plays very good. I didn't expect that the sound would be that very good from it. This one's from 46. Benny Goodman, Pity the Poor Lobster. And then Love Doesn't Grow on Trees. Then I got two Benny Goodman records. One is from, not Benny Goodman, Bing Crosby. One is from 1938, and I forgot the other one is from this one's from 38. I'm not sure. But yeah, these are the records I got so far. These are the older stuff that I found. I think the older one is from the 1920s. 1919 is the oldest one. But I need to buy sleeves for these guys. The sleeves are falling apart. Well, it's good to have the original ones. I like collecting the original paper sleeves that they have. So I'm going to go to the 70s stuff now.
I feel horrible turning all my change in. I feel like somebody should buy it from me and I'll mail it to you.
And
just because I don't want to lose all this change, but I got like a whole boatload of pennies that I got to go turn in today for groceries. So if anybody wants a whole bunch of pennies just search, let me know.
When Jimmy Carter won the election of 1976, well, starting to win there. The full paper. So I'm happy to get this. And I got two Life magazines from the early 70s. Got the TV special. These two are from 71. Sorry if I'm boring you guys, but that's all I got.
Never boring.
Alrighty. You know, I'm just showing you what I got. You know, for recently for my birthday. So it's that's what I'm doing. Good stuff. Let me put that away before someone sits in the room. I will be playing the records if you guys know what it sounds like on my second channel. So channel I play records on there. So speaking of that, Hector. Hector.
Yes.
I have a question. Do you have 78 sleeves or?
Not here, but my dad's house. But they're covering the same records that they've got them in the sleeves.
Right. Because I feel like I need to get some for those records that I have because they didn't have sleeves. Some of them do, but they're the ones that do. They're starting to fall apart.
Have you thought of going to a record shop that carries the old records
for new records? I mean, what I
no, for the same vintage records.
Like I said, I gotta say because the one I went in Jersey City, they didn't have 78. I mean, I only collect 78s because 78 is not really a popular how would I say it? Like record, like people are not really interested on them. They're mostly into the vinyl thing, the 33 RPM records, and 78 collectors. They're 78 records. They're pretty good piece of history, and you can hear music as late as the 1890s because that's when they started doing them. So they didn't have any 78 records. They only had 45s, which 45s are cool. I like collecting 45s. So I got a couple 45s from there. And there's another record store in Staten Island that I have to go. I have to see what's there. But I can't leave the house. So, so yeah. Also, Hector, you might like this too. I might be playing on my second channel. Speaking of 45s. Trying to find it. I will play this on 33 RPM. I'm doing it because of the history.
Okay.
People, they're actually talking about the Great Depression here. When people talking about their experiences. You might like that.
Okay.
This is I think this was made in 1970, I believe, and people are talking about their experiences in the Great Depression. So this would be very interesting to hear. So I will be playing that on my second channel as well. Actually, as a matter of fact, I'm going to play that on my main channel.
Okay.
Because it's history and it's not music, so. I mean, since my second channel is called The Music of the 20th Century, so, so why do I have to put a 1970s documentary about the about the Great Depression? So I couldn't really. I have to ask my audience if they want to see that. Probably. Yeah, I kind of am by my grandmother. My grandmother is the police officer that's inside my house, and I can't leave. So pretty much I'm under house arrest.
Is your grandmother really a cop?
No, she's not a cop, no.
Using it as a metaphor for her.
Okay. Yeah, I used it. Yeah, like she enforces like, where you want to go? Why you want to go outside? And I said, I want to go outside. I mean, when this virus thing happened, I can't really go outside as much, so that's an issue. Like I can't hang out with I can't, at least when I have the mask on, I do wear my mask outside. I can't even at least, hang out with my friends or pretty much go anywhere. So I'm pretty much stuck here. I mean, the only place I can go outside is somewhere like outside the house or going out in the backyard and doing some yard work, but that's pretty much it. Like when I went outside, it was like I forgot how to go outside. It was unbelievable. That's how much I was inside. Because when I went outside and like to do some yard work, I was like I literally forgot what it was like. It was a different feeling because I wasn't inside the whole time. That's what I was like. So I couldn't really go outside pretty much. It's sad. The only when I went outside was I had to go to my uncle's house because I have to. But that's pretty much it. That's what I went to the antique store too anyway, so. At least I had a reason to be there. That's all that matters. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, there's so much going on right now with people talking about histories being torn down, and
Yeah.
and and I'm telling them it's not. It is history, but
Right.
don't. And I hate to use this metaphor, but don't whitewash to cover up something that is actually a
Yeah.
bad thing. I mean, if you want to keep history, why was it so hard to get Martin Luther King's holiday such a bad, you know, because it brought up feelings of a hard time, you know, when he was doing something right and he was doing it for the right reasons.
For the right reasons.
A lot of people said no, 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 Martin Luther King Day, and I say,
Right.
well, then we shouldn't be celebrating, Confederacy or things like that. I mean, I know I'm going to get some flack for saying what I'm saying is, but shoot, I remember, when there was a law of the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1892, or the Mexican Repatriation Act of 1939, 29. I'm sorry, 29.
Mm-hmm.
They made laws to get people. I mean, my brother-in-law's dad was born in Jerome, Arizona, was sent back to Mexico because he didn't have a birth certificate. Well, most people in the 1920s were not born in a hospital. They were born in a home,
In the home. Right, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, no one went to the hospital really because they had a lot of midwives,
Mm-hmm.
So I just can't see
About that.
I just can't see that issue, coming up.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I said. It's stuff like, I mean, there's some statues that I get, like the Confederate statues. They're totally different, but I can send you a video why. I mean, Andy has a really good reason why they were down, and he said that's why they should be down. I'll send you the link if you're interested, Hector. Uh, but they're different. But there's some statues about like I don't really get, like Abraham Lincoln and people like Ulysses S. Grant or Theodore Roosevelt. I don't really get why. I mean, like why? Like I can't see what's bad of Teddy. I think Teddy is the most badass president that we ever had in this country. Hell, he even had the balls to get a bullet. He was shot in 1912, and he still had a speech. He's like this, like, okay, guys, so we were talking about. Oh, I just got shot. Anyway, like I just think that's badass. And he liked the press. He wanted everybody to come over. The White House and everything else. He was an amazing guy. Why do you want to tear him down? I mean, I don't get it. It's stuff like that. But the Confederate statues, I completely understand.
Well, that's like when someone told me in Hawaii that if they put Komodo's statue for being, it's. I mean, I can understand both sides,
Right.
But at the same time, if you think of my history and you think about Pancho Villa, the Americans thought he was a bandit, and the murderer. And in Mexico, thought he was a revolutionary and a great guy.
Right. Between sides, yeah.
It's like the point of view for
it's like
history.
Right. Yeah, a good point too. If you like, for example, if you put a statue of Hirohito in a Pearl Harbor, people is gonna find that offensive, which I understand and get, but it's like I don't know. It's like I said before, I completely understand with the Confederate statues, but other people like Teddy, I don't understand why. I think we're just saying like every white guy, especially in the 1900s, had slaves. Back then I would say, but that's some of the cases like Teddy, which he liked black as well. He treated everyone as equals. So, but the thing is, what I'm shocked is about that we have people like Woodrow Wilson up, and Woodrow Wilson, he was actually one of the racist, one of the I would say the most racist president in, besides Andrew Jackson, but like the most racist president in American history. He he segregated Congress. He pretty much how would I say it? He even watched the movie Birth of a Nation, and he enjoyed it. And Birth of a Nation, it was one of the worst. It was one of the racist films ever made, and he said it was accurate. He said that he enjoyed it, and just stuff like that. He's just the worst president ever. And we have things that's named after him. We have schools named after him. We got statues named after him, and nobody really pays attention with him or William McKinley or other bad presidents that we had in our past. So I don't really understand why people are not taking them down as well.
They did Daniel Jackson.
Oh, they did?
And in the rotunda at the state capitol, at the U.S. Capitol, because of the Native Americans didn't like his campaign against Cherokees and Trail of Tears, I should say.
Yeah, the Trail of Tears, the Indian Removal Act. Yeah, yeah, the Indian Removal Act, and yeah, the guy was pro-slavery, and that guy I understand too. You know.
Yeah, that documentary, I should send it to you because it really tells you the basis of prejudice and how symbols were used at a certain time to rally around or to show fear into the people that saw the bars and stripes or whatever they used for symbolism.
Right.
Like
like pretty much he wanted to be a dictator pretty much for the country. Like literally, like the guy was just bad. He even threatened some people in his cabinet. He's like, hey, if you don't do this, I'm gonna chop your head off. Like, whoa.
Similar statement made by Trump, and I'm going to be paraphrasing because I can't quote him directly, but he said that certain acts of the whistleblowers were considered treason, and what we used to do in the old days in treason, we would hang the guys.
Huh.
And that's what he said on TV. I'm looking at him saying it, I'm going, oh my gosh.
Wow. Well, pretty much, yeah. I mean, you know, it's like I said, you know, those guys like Andrew Jackson, Woodrow Wilson, and a lot of the other bad presidents that we ever had in our history, I think they should be taken down. But people like Abraham Lincoln and Teddy Roosevelt, I don't understand why. Especially Teddy Roosevelt, he treated everyone as equal, so I don't understand like why. So yeah.
Turn left?
I don't know. He's pretty quiet. Wait.
I
Let's see.
don't see him.
Wait. Put to the camera and see. No, it's just us two. He left.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything. Yeah, it's just us two here. Huh. I guess he didn't really say anything, I guess. So, yeah, Hector. I mean, I'll send you some couple of videos if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the one that I saw the other day. It kind of gave me a different perspective. And I really didn't expect to be changed my mind, but I did. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I studied a lot of people about Jackson. Like he was, like I said, he was the most unbelievable. Like after I watched that video with Weird History, I'm not sure if you know that channel, Weird History. Have you heard of them? Weird History. I was watching Andrew Jackson. They have really good stuff. I suggest you should watch Weird History. If you like history, you should watch Weird History. They have interesting stuff. But he said, but he talked about Andrew Jackson and how like he was America's, craziest. I would say craziest president. He ordered to raise the court to attack, to abduct women and children and deploy attack dogs on the chair. It was, oh God, this guy was just sick. I mean, seriously. I might have to watch that video again about more of the stuff that he did that was just bad. So it was interesting stuff. How many people are watching, Hector?
What's that?
How many people are watching?
I got 3 people down.
Wow, okay. Wow, the stream is going slow.
That's okay. I wasn't planning to be on here very long anyway. I have to get the work done before. Yeah. So how long? But now I'm going to be here for another 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Because I usually don't plan to do in the daytime, because I'm always doing stuff, So
right.
So this way I just get some, an hour here, an hour there, and it's kind of fun because I'm actually what I did is because I wanted to test to make sure that the people that were around, I can find out what are they looking for, stuff like that,
Stuff like that. Yeah, that's
just,
good. I have a question, Hector.
Sure.
Have you watched Greg's channel?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, really good guy, right? On clock repair.
Yep.
He knows about that stuff more than I do, pretty much, and I would like to learn from him. Because there's something wrong with my I would say there's something wrong, and I think it's a thing I should be worrying about. My record player. My record player is from the 1950s, right?
Right.
And there's something wrong with the motor inside of the motor board inside of the thing. I have to take it apart and take a look at it. It's when it was every time I put it to 78, it's a little wobbly. Then it's making that noise, a clink, a clink, a clink, a clink. I think something's leaning against something inside of the motor, or I think it's the idler wheel inside of the turntable, because it has to be those 2 problems. So I'm thinking about if it's those. So I gotta take it apart and see. So I'm trying to ask Greg's advice. I mean, I talked to him if he wants to talk, but he didn't answer me. So
yeah, the best thing to do is just have a visualization first and see if there's anything, and then operate it, and then look for the noise and see what's going on. Because I did that one time.
Every time I turn the thing, you can even hear it on my videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when you watch my second on my second channel, if you listen very closely, you can hear the clink, clink, the clink, the clink, the clink. So like I'll send you a link if you're interested. But yeah, so it's making that noise, and I gotta see what's wrong with it. I think I have to take the turntable off and see what's wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yo. Oh, I'm sorry. I got a new update now.
Update for what?
Civilization 6. They're adding Ethiopia now.
What are they adding to? What, Ethiopia?
They're adding Ethiopia. They're adding a new country, Ethiopia.
I thought it was a country already.
It is a country already. It is in the game. It's a country.
Oh,
already.
in the game. Oh, I see.
Yeah, on Civilization 6. It's been a country for 4,000 years. So 3,000, 4,000 years. But anyway, yeah. So besides, anyway, about the record player, so I gotta see what's wrong with it, and maybe I could fix it. Which I think is fix. I think I could fix it because it's fixable. You know how old things are, Hector. Most a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of the, most a lot of old things are fixable. And not just that too. Um, you can still find the parts for some of these things. As a matter of fact, Hector, I wasn't here. I'm not sure if you were still there. I don't want to go. I don't want to talk about this over and over and over again because, to be honest, it makes my stomach crawl. But did Hector melt? Did Hector melt it down? Did he tell you anything about the pocket watches or no?
Kevin?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I really have to say, I mean, what he's gonna do with it because I'm kind of scared for those watches, to be honest. I mean, as an antique collector, it's really hard, to like. For me personally, Hector, I don't destroy antiques. I don't care what it is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't destroy antiques. That's the number one rule of about me. I don't destroy antiques. If I see it that's in the side of the road or something, like for example, like a console or a record player that somebody don't want, I'll try to fix it and then give it to somebody that wants it and that can use it again. Matter of fact, I'm actually gonna do a video about it. How to save your I think you should save your antiques, and just to have a fact that older stuff is better compared to modern ones.
Uh-huh.
So I think it's a fact because if you just take them apart, look them up, and see how it's made, and learning how it's made, if you look at it, it's designed to be fixed. You know.
Uh-huh.
And not a lot of people don't know that, you know what I mean, that a lot of stuff is being fixed, and we're just so, how would I say it, less productive on things. I think you should work on the stuff more, and I think when you grab an antique, you should do some research what it is first before you say, okay, it's automatically junk. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. There's databases that you can look at. There's, like, remember when we looked that up in the Pocket Watch database?
Yep.
There's a bunch of databases on radios, a bunch of vintage electronics, or on other things. Well, you can actually get it right. They have schematics. They have schematics. You can find a schematic there. There's all types of stuff that you need. It tells you all types of information, what the year was built, how much wattage does it carry, what tubes does it carry, all that type of stuff that you need to know how to operate machines like this.
Right.
So, antiques are just, how I say it, like, they're worth saving and you could actually use them. And that's what I want to educate the public, the general public, about how older tech is better on some levels, and you can still use them to this day, and you could be happy to still use them to this day.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to teach people. And I was trying to teach that to Kevin, but he just failing to understand how you can use it. And oldies and goodies.
Mm-hmm. Albert?
I tried to talk to him too that it's not just junk what you think it is. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. I can give you tons of sources where you can fix antiques. I got Greg Yola Productions. He's been a clockmaker. he's like 17 years old and he knows how to fix stuff already. And he's been doing it for I don't know how long, but he knows his stuff. You can ask him, you can ask me, you can ask. We even have a whole Discord server, and one of the channels on the Discord server is phono repair. So if you have questions about how to service your record player, if your record player needs serving, you can ask us. As simple as that. Like literally, you can't just say that it's old and nobody uses it anymore. That's just besides the point. That's what people fail to understand. So, you know, that's it. Same thing with a car. You know what I mean? It's the same exact thing with a car. When your car breaks down, you just don't say it's junk. You want it to get repaired. Same thing with a lot of other stuff.
Well, it's because the cars are more expensive to repair, but not only that, they're just too expensive to replace.
There you go. Well, yeah. But, you know. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna do some record videos. I think I'm gonna do some record videos after when I'm done talking to you, Hector.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I'm gonna go my
matter of fact, how's your Magnavox, by the way?
It's I haven't touched it since I spoke to you guys last.
Mm-hmm.
But because I've been going through some stuff that like my dad's paperwork. I brought home his antique, radio, his harmonicas.
Right.
He's even got a score. I can't read because I don't read music. I mean, I can figure it out by going to the phone and figure each one of them out, but I can't play it. And it was played onto a piano, and so they're in 5-finger chords. So I'm gonna see if I can find a person who knows how to read it, can play it for me.
Play it
and
for you.
I have a Oh, there's another thing too. Did you ever heard of Victory Mail?
Victory Mail? Is that a YouTube channel?
No, it's World War II, where GIs would send home letters to the parents. And
I think I'm talking about,
yeah, but they would be able to record their voices and send in a record. And I found one of my dad's records he sent home, and I guess my grandma gave it back to him. But it's my dad's voice when he was only 19 years old.
Wow. Have you played it?
I'm afraid to, because I got to find the right. It's a small 78. It's not a 45.
Then put it into a 78 speed. Yours is 3-speed.
Right. And
I mean, what's so scary about it? Just make sure to put the 78 speed in there, and then just flip it. I mean, I bet your thing has a flip over. Does it have a flip over that you can flip over?
It's only recorded on one side.
Only has one needle, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, then that's going to be an issue. Then you have to change the needle for it to play it, because you need to have a 78 needle for it.
A friend of mine has a laser type phonograph that he can tune into speed, so he can play it without touching it, and it'd be a laser recording pickup.
Right.
I'm making beans right now, so I got to turn my beans. I'm right here in the kitchen.
Oh, what'd you say?
I'm making beans.
Oh, you're making beans. Oh, okay.
It's our daily staple. We make pinto beans, and we boil it, and we call it frijoles de la loya. And basically, it's just boiled beans, and we have it like 5 times a week, and we have them different ways. Sometimes we don't make dinner. All we do is make some refried beans, and that's it.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's There's no fat in it. There's no salt in it. It does get a little salty because we put bacon in it sometimes to enhance the flavor, and then sometimes we'll put onions and cilantro and fresh peppers, and that'll be our dinner. Since mostly it's protein anyway.
That's interesting.
Jade, Jade's gonna go. She said she already left. She left at about 2:30.
Who?
Jade.
Jane. Who's Jane?
Jade.
Oh, Jade.
Yeah, one of the people in Darren's. Hey, Darren, is Darren's hours changed? He said he's working right now.
He says he's working. I mean, you can ask him if he's available.
Well,
I don't know his like how would I say it? His work hours, but
yeah, I was gonna get off in about 6 minutes because my wife comes home and I got to take my son to go pick up a rental car. So I got to clean up a little before she shows up, my wife, and then it's getting hot right here because I've got the pot cooking, and even though I've got the air on and fan on me, it's still pretty warm here.
Right.
So it's about what, 4:30 over there almost?
Where I'm at?
Yeah, you're probably about what?
6:04.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It's 6:04.
Yeah, I was that conversation you had with Kevin was kind of interesting when he used the word socialism, and you know,
I wasn't really here for it. I mean, I only heard like half of it. I just came in, and I didn't know what he was talking about.
Well, I just heard the word equated to communism or Russia.
Right, he talks about Russia, even though like the socialism. I mean, you know, communism, Russia and Venezuela, they're very different.
Well, that wasn't for the Red Scare, but I remember my parents talking about McCarthyism in those days.
In those days, right? Yeah, it was bad too. I bet because McCarthy. What?
I was 6 and 10 months old when the Cuban crisis happened, and my parents.
Questions. I have a question, Hector. I mean, I don't want to go into your personal life. When you were born, 59?
No, 56.
Oh, 56. Okay. And you said you remember watching that on TV, like the
nightly news. I remember a place called French Indonesia when they were talking about sending advisors to Vietnam, and then I didn't know that 7 years later, I was listening to my cousins go. They went to Vietnam, and then about another 5 years later, I was signing up for the same war that I was in first grade, hearing about it.
What about the? Wait! I'm confused. About Vietnam, right? Like what?
It was called French Indonesia.
Yeah, French Indochina. Actually.
Right.
No problem. Everyone makes mistakes. So, yeah. I mean, yeah. When Vietnamese, I mean that's shocking that the French lost. I guess because because their tactics and what the Vietnamese used, they would use pretty much the environment, like the jungle and everything.
Well, same thing in India. British lost their colonies there. Australia from the Kingdom of England, Spain, losing Florida, Mexico, and South America. There's a lot of colonial, even Portugal lost their Brazil and South America.
Yeah, I mean Portugal. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I found the Portuguese Empire very interesting because how they at least tried to hold their colonies. I mean, in the 70s with Angola, that was pretty much Portugal's Vietnam because they're trying to take back their own colonies.
Right.
And yeah, they lost. Yeah. Until I think I'm not. No, it's not. Macau, right, in China.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's not part of Portugal anymore. So I don't know, but I gotta research that history with Macau, how it became a Portugal colony, and then didn't really become a Portugal colony. I gotta learn that. So,
Oh, 5 people are in the room. Hey, everybody in chat. Thanks you for showing up. Oh, Darren did change his hours. Now he's working from 1:30 to 10:30.
okay.
Awesome.
Hector, you leaving?
Well, I got to leave in about a minute because I got to get cleaned up and I got to get ready to pick up my wife and then take my son to pick up a car rental. He's going to be going to LA tomorrow.
Just one question.
Sure.
What's the oldest coin you have?
1857. Flying.
Canadian, right?
I'm sorry?
Was that Canadian cent?
No, it's it's an American penny. The flying eagle.
Okay. You know, I got the British East India Company coin from 1835. You know, when Britain had at least like east of Bengal.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really conquer all of India yet, but they had like east of Bengal, like where Calcutta is. Right, and I actually have their coins from 1835, and my friend said that they found it on a shipwreck. A couple can't speak today. A couple of scuba divers, that's what I'm trying to say, found it, and they said it sold a couple to him. So it's in bad shape because it's been under a ship for the past 180 years, but
yeah, someone found a gold coin the other day on the beach somewhere in Florida. I guess they had a storm and washed some of the sand away, and he was scuba diving in like 10 or 15 feet of water, and he sees something shiny, and he keeps going down towards it, and he moves the sand with a wave of water, and he picks up a gold doubloon.
Huh.
And it found out that came off of a sunken ship in the 1590s during a storm. So they went back looking for more, and they made a straight line from when the tides were coming in or the water being pushed onto the shore, and they take a look to see if there was anything there.
Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, so. I have a question, Hector. Do you have picture slides as well? Sorry if I'm asking you too much questions.
No. I have most. That's another thing too. Before my dad passed away, we're missing a lot of boxes of photographs. We don't know where they all went.
Huh? Somebody took them?
Well, we're thinking Mom was throwing things away, and we didn't catch her throwing away stuff when she wasn't in her right mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I now I understand. Now I understand why. That's sad, actually.
Okay, folks, this is time for me to get ready for my wife pickup, my son to get a car, and I gotta clean up the house a little bit before she shows up. That's my not my duty, but just to help out because she's working all day and I'm having too much fun at home, including this conversation. I hate to cut short, but
yeah, it's sad. But you know, next time you can come over, like you could stream. So it's not the end of the world, you know.
No, as a matter of fact, I'm planning to come back to see who's online tonight. I'm gonna try to see if I can find Sen Hoarder or Rich Cali or anybody that fosters my interest and just
right. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I gotta see if I'm up. Like my sleep schedule is all over the place, so I can sleep any time of the day.
Yeah, same here.
So you know, and I get tired real easily. I don't know why, but that's how I am. So I might be I don't know when I'm gonna stream, to be honest. I'm thinking about streaming about there's a game that's coming up. It's called Mafia, the very first Mafia.
Uh-huh.
They're remastering the game. It's pretty much Chicago in the 1930s, and I want to play it and live stream it. So and that's pretty much it.
Why not?
Yeah, so I mean I think that's the only thing for future live streams. And also the other future live stream is Mae West's personal assistant, which I'm still talking to him, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Nice guy, actually, very nice guy. And he did agree with interviewing this man. I'm interviewing him, so he agreed it. So you know what? Why not do an interview? And I'm thinking about get a lot of attention too. I mean, doing this interview. I mean, don't you think?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I think people want to know more about her and stuff like that. Some of them is very shocking what he told me about me that I didn't even know. So. But I don't want to keep holding you back, Hector. I know you got to drop off your son at LA. So
Hey, Warrior. How you doing, Indie Warrior? Yeah, I just came in right now where I'm about to go because I got to get some stuff done.
Yeah.
And it's getting hot. Okay.
So I'll see you.
Good afternoon. Stay cool, and I'll talk to everybody later. History, thank you for coming on. Dimebag, I'll talk to you later. And we'll see you, buddy, soon.
Yeah.
Okay. See ya. Bye, everybody.